Thank you for joining us on Bourbon Tasteoffs. We are here with a very special guest. His name is Richard Paul, and he is the founder and owner of Art of the Spirits. Richard, thank you so much for joining us.
Awesome. Well, thank you for having me.
We would like to know your origin story and what got you into actually having a bourbon company and how that all kind of started.
Yeah, definitely. It's 12 years in the making, but we're Art of the Spirits. We're out of Colorado Springs, Colorado. We started back in 2014, and we specialize in cast strength barrel picks. And so we've been commissioned so far by 10 Special Forces, Navy SEALs, Delta Force, Army Rangers, 4th Engineer Battalion, 4th Infantry Division, 617th Army Air Cavalry, Space Force, Air Force, Marines, Wisconsin National Guard was just an upcoming one. We have a lot more in the books right now that are commissions that a lot of people won't see. And then we also been commissioned by multiple fire and police departments, which I'm just super honored to do for these guys. So every barrel we sell in every state that we drop these barrels, we take local active duty, veteran or first responder families on grocery trips. And that's a big mission of ours, of what we do. I made promise to Green Berets and Delta Force and SEALs that I would do something bigger than just donating to a foundation. You know, we give back directly to the source.
So, that's awesome, man.
Yep.
That's philanthropy. Like, where did you come up with that whole need or want to give back? Like, did you go through something in the past where you had to want to give back to people?
Oh, always. Being 12 years, the first 5-6 years were definitely a struggle because no one's doing what I'm doing, so they don't understand.
Yeah.
They don't get it, until they do get it, and then they realize, no one's doing what you're doing. And but I can kind of start from the beginning because a lot of people always ask me, where'd you come from, or how'd you really start this company? And one of the artists, which this is one of his oil paintings. His name is David Ewell, and the other artist that was his partner back in the day was Daniel James, and so they are licensed by Harley-Davidson since 1993.
Oh,
they do oil paintings from real vintage era, 1930s,
cool.
40s, 50s, and I worked for them for $10 an hour, and traveled with these guys to Daytona, Sturgis, all over the country, at about 19 years old. And one trip that they let me, super grateful for this one because I always remember it. At 19, they gave me an F-250, a 40-foot trailer, had my motorcycle, 3 of their motorcycles, and $3 million worth of art and motorcycles.
Holy
and
cow.
said drive to Daytona.
At 19.
All by myself. Even on the trip, I think I was coming somewhere in the Midwest down to Georgia, and I remember calling my grandma because I woke up I was trying to make time to get there. Was only a certain time for me to get there, and so I woke up 4 or 5 in the morning, and through this little hick town I was in, a fucking tornado came in and just demolished this town an hour, right after I left.
Oh,
and so my
goodness.
grandma called me because she goes, I seen, on the news, and I was like, I was just in that town.
Wow.
And
That is crazy.
thankfully I woke up early and
Got
out of there.
Woo.
And we made it down to Daytona, and we set up right in front of Harley-Davidson dealership in Daytona, and spent week 2 down there hustling David Ewell's art apparel, and
That's amazing, man.
There you go.
So years later after that, I invested in my first house, and I didn't stay in it very long, but I told Daniel and David, I want to start my own company. Was trying to figure the in and outs of how to go about it, and so pawned my bike, I remodeled the whole house, and I sold that house and everything that I own. I sold all of David Yule's artwork that I had, and I had a lot of very valuable paintings that I can never get back,
Dang.
And but I built something. I always had faith in myself to build something special that no one's ever seen before. And in the beginning, when I first released, all the big guys, R&DC, all the big ones told me I would never make it. I would be done in 6 months, and this can never work.
Yeah, the American dream is supposed to be, let me try to build my thing and don't shed doubt in my mind. Like, takes motivation, perseverance, and
But again, they're
dedication.
scared. There's a new kid on the block. What if that kid's better than me? What if that kid's got the good stuff? What if that kid can take me down? That's what they're scared of.
Yeah, which is a shame. It shouldn't be like that.
Yeah,
It should be
it's
more
competition. It's just
But us bourbon aficionados,
correct.
we like to think that there's a brotherhood in bourbon, that there's a family in bourbon.
Yeah.
And
in some there is. They will welcome you in, but others they'll shun you.
Yeah.
So it's
in the show Neat, they had Marianne Barnes, now Marianne Eves, like going with all these big companies like the Beams, the Wild Turkeys, and all that, and they were welcoming with her, trying to build her brand with Castle and Key, but. Unfortunately, it's not always like that. Were they liquor stores that were saying you wouldn't do this, or other distilleries?
No, it was I set up at an event just to showcase the brand, and that's where I met R&DC and Southern, and they were the GMs of them, and they had their laughs, and
I hope you're the last one laughing.
now I could have my laughs for them, and I'll never let them carry me. They've reached out multiple times, but we will never let them carry us.
Good.
That's awesome.
Yeah. I hope they rue the day they said you wouldn't be able to make it.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Well, I'm getting fidgety because I'm looking forward to tasting some of your options here, if that's an option.
These are all barrel picks, so most of them are in Wisconsin, which
perfect.
that's why I'm here.
Even better.
So
Now, we are just on the Friday after Memorial Day, and I know that you are super into, I got into your stuff because of your 250th anniversary of the Marines, the 250th anniversary of the Army, the 250th of the Navy. I have it all memorized now thanks to you. I never knew that we had the services before we declared independence. The 250th birthday happened for the Army, Marines, and the Navy before our independence. And I think that I learned something from your bottles, and I think that's kind of cool.
thanks to active duty, they commissioned all those.
Yeah.
I didn't do them just to do them. I never do any of these commissions just to do them. They come in our distillery and they commission us, and we get America's most rarest bourbons for these guys. And a lot of times, none of the public will ever see them, and they're not meant to see them.
Exactly.
Our military deserves so much more, and that's why we do it for them.
However, if you come to some of our local liquor stores, you can have a taste of some of these options.
Yeah.
And other people can't have it because it's a single barrel, and you will have the one that you pick.
Yep.
And we'll list some of these liquor stores right here.
And we will grab Range Riders finished in orange curacao. This is an 11-year wheated bourbon, single barrel, finished in orange curacao. This is our first ever one that we ever released. It was picked by AOTS and Maddie's Bar and Grill and Easy Liquor. And so it is
me pour
113.2 proof. And we got done releasing it this week at AOTS and Maddie's.
Okay.
And there was a huge hit over there. And then I go this Saturday before Distill America. I'll be at Easy Liquor in Sun Prairie. And so this is so unique and different, totally different than we've ever done.
Yeah.
And the minute we showed this barrel, they were like, "Yeah, we got to have this."
Oh yeah.
So
to me, this is like an old fashioned in a glass. It just needs cherries, a shot of bitters, and if you prefer soda, unless you like a press, this is that's all that this is missing. This is an amazing pour.
I'm really loving the nose, man. It's really complex. You can definitely get the bourbon notes out of it, but you can get the orange peel as well out of it.
Yep. Yep.
Oh, I don't go to Maddie's very often, but I'm going to start. But Ira's never really misses on their picks.
Yep.
You know, that's my experience. I'm not saying Maddie's doesn't, but I got to look at this bottle again because that is delicious.
And so this is actually, here, I'll show you.
So it's a wheated bourbon whiskey, finished in orange
Curacao.
At 113. I love that proof level.
The cool thing about this one is this was commissioned by the Range Riders. They spent $40,000 to get this commission done.
Wow.
And it's an oil painting by David Yule, has Garden of the Gods in the background. And if you ever go to Colorado Springs downtown, these are two statues that are in downtown Colorado Springs. So David painted this from bronze statues, and then the two founders from 1933, they were, we have black and white photos of them, and David brought them to life, and we call it Range Riders. And
what a fantastic job.
So,
what a fantastic job. That is amazing.
Yeah, just a beautiful piece. And so that's what the Range Rider's never been released out in Wisconsin. This is the first barrel pick to ever come out here.
You label yourself as a bootlegger, right? And I had to look it up.
Yep.
And a bootlegger is an illicit supplier who smuggles, produces, or sells illegal goods. This is all legal, right?
Yep, correct.
You've got all the licensing.
I'm a legal bootlegger.
You're a legal bootlegger.
Yep.
And that is a thing that I also saw, that in the 1880s, the actual name bootlegger actually started in the 1880s when Midwestern traders would hide small liquor bottles in their boots to trade with the Native Americans, which I think is pretty cool.
Yep.
You got this whole history of a bootlegger, and we've got a self-proclaimed bootlegger in our midst.
You know, there's a great story about that, whether it's true or not, if you believe anything like that. But I'm 50% Native American, but I work with a shaman that you know, she helped me over the years, and the only vision she ever had of me during a session I had with her was she said in my past life she saw me get a shootout with the guys that I was a bootlegger. I died in a barn with a shootout, and I came back to this life to do it right this time.
Holy cow.
That's the only vision she ever had of me.
There you go.
And you know, as I'm tasting this, it changes like every sip. Like you're getting more of a finish now that's more orange, I think, which is just delicious.
We have a cherry barrel coming from Europe right now. They're just different. But we go to Portugal, Madeira Islands, Hungary, you know, pretty much mostly overseas, Barbados. We get 4 square barrels. So we do very extensive research and to find these finishing barrels, and then we go through an extensive process of hand selecting each barrel. You know, and we get a lot of active duty military and veterans that are on our team that you know, join in, and we get to pick each barrel that goes into each cask. You know, and we all have different palates, so
sure, I bet.
There's no wrong answer, because all the barrels that we do, they've already been picked multiple times. We're just coming to a point where what do we want to put in each cask? Because you know, if you pick a great barrel going into a finishing barrel, you don't really have to worry about too much what's going to happen.
I suppose.
There's not a timeline that a barrel tells you. You know, finish it for 8 months or 18 months. Like the barrel tells you when it's ready.
Sure.
And that's what we let them do. We let them whisper to us and say, "I'm ready."
That's awesome,
you know,
man.
so let's do Mogadishu.
Mogadishu next?
Yeah.
Ooh. When I saw this one, I was really interested because I love the movie Black Hawk Down. I read the book. Like, I know the story. I know, like, Hoot and Young, they're part of the whole Black Hawk Down. They have a product out there.
Correct.
Obviously called Hoot and Young.
Yep.
And I just fell in love with the label on there. And so if you could tell me a little bit more about it, I would love it.
we talked about doing Mogadishu for many years. The first barrel got sold out instantly, and what it was a hazmat boo rye of single barrels. And so this one's not a boo rye. This was picked. This is the second barrel pick ever selected for Mogadishu. It is a 12-year single barrel rye at 148 proof.
Wow.
Hand selected by Ira's, Easy, and Maddie's Bar and Grill here in Wisconsin. And so we love this one so much. I'm gonna break some news because I just found it out this morning. We sent it to San Francisco World Spirits Competition. We love this barrel so much. Usually I love to send things where I could tell you where to get this barrel if you could get it if it hasn't sold out. It was awarded 99 points. It's double gold. And I don't know how damn near you get to perfect, you know, with 99 points. It's the highest rating we've ever been
Congratulations,
awarded, so.
man.
Oh yeah.
That's fantastic.
Yeah, no worries. No worries.
Wow.
But beautiful thing about Mogadishu is commissioned by 10th Group. We released it at the 5 stores in Colorado Springs. It got sold out instantly. But the beautiful thing is it was blessed by Rangers and Delta Force that were at Mogadishu. They blessed the whole commission, seeing all the labels before they ever got released or approved. And the first bottles went to Mike Duran, which was the pilot. And then it went to everybody that was a part of that mission.
Is that the dedication on the side here?
Yeah, yep. Names are on the side.
Oh,
and we wish we could have had enough to support all the support guys because there was a lot of guys reaching out. But you know, we only had enough to get it to everybody that was there. And that barrel sold out instantly. So Ira's was in the process of picking more barrels, and this is one of them that they just had to have. And they said, let's do Mogadishu and bring it to Wisconsin. And that's what happened. And so we sent this to San Francisco just because we loved this barrel. We don't do many ryes, you know, for multiple reasons. Everyone just wants bourbon, weeded bourbon. They're just that, you know. But this one was so special that we're like, you know, Ira's got a first chance to see it. Those 3 stores, Ira's, Easy, and Maddie's, and they just all loved it. So we did it. But the beautiful thing behind this is, along with these barrel picks and the other ones we dropped this week, we're taking 4 active duty families from Army National Guard on grocery trips while I'm out here. So
heck yeah, man. That's so cool.
You know,
That is so cool. And now after tasting this thing, it deserves all of that 99 like rating. It's amazing.
yeah.
Like, because I might go and buy it all myself. I'm telling you right now.
It's a good one.
I'm going there and getting some before I tell you all about it because it's going to disappear instantly. It's amazing.
When we left Ira's Wednesday, there was only a few bottles left.
Yeah.
So if you could find it at Maddie's Bar and Grill.
Yeah. Ira's and Racine too might have a couple left, you know. So
Okay.
I mean, if they're sold out in the Oak Creek location.
And then Easy Liquor, we're releasing them Saturday before Distill America.
Yep.
So he got some. So I don't see it lasting very long, but at least you guys know where this barrel is, because you go to San Francisco, you don't know all the times they get these awards and you don't know who picked it or where it went. Well, where'd that go?
Yep.
Right.
Most of the time you don't even know. So I love, we don't chase awards, but when we think we have a home runner, we'll send it.
How do you know you are buying an aged barrel? When you go to the source of these barrels, how do you know the age of them when you get them? Like, is it stamped on the barrel, or is there some kind of proof, like a history of this barrel?
Oh yeah, of course. There's always record of it for sure, but we never pick them based off age or proof.
Sure.
Yeah, so they're all blind picked.
Okay.
Yeah, so me and my
You
team,
don't tell them I don't want to taste anything that's less than 10 years old, or
they already know what we're here for. We don't
Okay.
deal with nothing less than 8 years old. So
Okay, so you do have a limit.
yeah.
So it's 8
Wow,
years,
yeah.
and then They let you taste, but you don't know what you're tasting as far as the age then. And just, you taste it,
we have so much trust in our partners that we don't need to know.
Okay.
Yeah, they know what we're there for.
So I guess we can finish up with that one being that hazmat Mogadishu and get into our Fuck Cancer series.
So these are exclusively commissioned by Grainworks. We give Grainworks up in Neenah, Wisconsin, exclusivity to have the first barrel. And this is the second Fuck Cancer that ever been released.
Okay.
And so it is a hazmat boot rye. So the Grainworks pick is 45% of a 13-year single barrel straight rye finished in Foursquare rum. 45% of 11-year single barrel straight bourbon whiskey, which is a hazmat, and 10% of 11-year single barrel straight bourbon whiskey.
Fantastic.
And that's what created Grainworks Fuck Cancer number 2. And so I go up Sunday, May 31st to release it, and this is the tins. We got these made, so every 2 bottles you will get a matching tin sign from me, and all the proceeds are benefiting the Just Jess Foundation. And
Easy pour now.
Yeah. Thank you. They will have this bottle up there to sell.
Yeah, they don't have many left, so a lot of people pre-ordered them.
Oh, okay.
It's strictly at Grainworks. They do have a collective that they mostly work with. There's 5 stores that came together with Grainworks and Wisco Bourbon. And this one is strictly at Grainworks. Okay. Yeah, they selected the whole barrel. They loved it, had to have it, and they took the whole thing. So this is the first edition of Fuck Cancer number 2.
That's a beautiful artwork right there. Is that also the same artist that does
No,
that?
this is another artist that's on our team. His name's John Martin.
Okay.
A lot of people kind of know him in the bourbon world.
Oh, yeah.
And he's a 25-year Air Force veteran. He was a gun loader, great brother of mine, and just an amazing artist.
Yeah,
you know?
I can see that.
This is not all chat GPT art, and there's a lot of things that go into our labels that just aren't AI created. So
Yep.
I'm telling you, the authenticity of your product is amazing. It really is.
I appreciate it.
Yeah.
Everyone thinks I went to marketing school, and I'm like, no.
I'll-
The biggest thing too is no one does this because it's super hard to do different labels for every barrel pick. That's why everyone that has a standard bottle, standard releases, and they do a little sticker that says, oh, hand selected by whatever. So, we do a very extensive program, and they get to pick their label based off of what barrel they select. We let them know what TTBA labels we have approved, but we're very strict on who we allow to commission us. So there's certain stores that done double-digit barrels that we give exclusivity to, like Grainworks, that will be allowed to commission us for certain causes. But mostly we only allow active duty veterans and first responders to commission us. So those are the only ones that are allowed to.
Wow, and I just tasted it. This thing is delicious.
Oh, yeah.
It's worth going up to Grainworks and getting this.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
It's 146.6 proof.
So it is hazmat.
Oh, yeah.
That should kill any cancer cells.
Well,
You might have just cured cancer.
Hopefully.
We would all hope, right?
yeah, right.
Yep.
If it was that easy.
Man,
It's 11 to 13 years old, but we could age state it the youngest barrel in it, which is 11.
Yep.
wow, that's impressive. That really is. So we talked about, a little bit of your philanthropy. You're an entrepreneur. You are a bootlegger. There are a few other things. I mean, I can cross this one off too because I have like 3 different things. Like the patriot, artist, and whiskey. Like, where does that come from? Like, we know where the art comes from. You were paid $10 an hour to be part of this amazing experience that you said didn't feel like you were working because you got to experience just being in the footsteps of these just great people. The whiskey, I still haven't heard like where that desire to get into whiskey came from. But then I also want to know about like patriotism. Like, where did your patriotism come from? Because it bleeds out of you. You can just sense and know that that's you. So if you wouldn't mind answering.
Yeah. Well, first of all, I'm a God-fearing man, and more importantly, I'm a father. You know, I have 6 children, all by the same woman. And
fantastic.
It's
an accomplishment.
That's part of the God-fearing part, I think, right?
Yeah. Yes. When I tell people I have
the shotgun works too.
Yeah. When I tell people I have 6 children, they're like, "How many women?"
I mean, that's it's fair nowadays.
It's okay.
Fair.
There's mostly blended families,
yes,
so
for sure.
But and that's okay. That's fine.
Yeah.
You know, we all have different purpose, but you know, but all my family were in the military. You know, father, uncle, grandfather. You know, they all served, and you know, I debated at 19 of going in, and the Lord sent me in a different path with David Yule and Daniel James. Sure. And you know, I didn't go to college. You know, just a self-taught entrepreneur. Have so many mentors in my circle that just super blessed. So, but like I said, the patriotism, it always, you know, comes from my family. For sure. But first of all, these guys come in and commission us. We don't do Navy SEALs and Green Berets and, you know, all these missions just to do them. These guys come in and commission us to do them.
Sure.
And that's a big part. A lot of these distilleries will do these labels just to do them for money. Yeah. And I will never do them. And I always get asked, do 82nd Airborne. We got asked that the other night. Yeah. Where's 82nd Airborne? Well, they haven't come in and commissioned. So
sure. Yeah, right.
When that commission comes in, we ask for approval. And if they give us the approval, you know, we could offer that in our portfolio. But, you know, most of the time, there's a lot of commissions you'll never see because they never get released.
Sure.
You know?
It's just for their
their unit, their department, whatever. There's one that I'm doing right now for York County Sheriff's Department in PA. And this will be at a good brother of mine's. His name's Nick at Sable Spirits. He's in Whiteford, Maryland. And this guy is, I mean, he's definitely double-digit barrels with us. Oh, wow. And he called me up, said, hey, the sheriffs want to commission you. We want to do something special for 3 officers that were 24, 22, and 16-year seasoned vets. They were, last year, they were serving a warrant at a house, and the guy was hiding in the cornfields, and he ambushed them and killed all 3 of them. And the cops had a shootout with him. He ended up committing suicide. And
coward.
And so, you know, they wanted to commemorate the officers. This will never get seen by anybody except the York County, you know, Sheriff's Department. Yeah. And that's where we do it. And, you know, part of the proceeds are going to the families and helping them out.
Awesome.
And, you know, excited about that one. There's so many more that come up and things like that, but those are some of the ones that are in my back pocket that people just don't know about.
Yeah.
You know.
And that's more of the good work that you do that people just don't hear. You know, I mean that, and it sucks that it takes, you know, a dedication like that to even have a barrel come out. You know, I mean, it can't be just something like, hey, these cops stopped this and nobody got hurt. You know, and it was just this good deed that made it happen. You know, I mean, and it's unfortunate. You know, so.
Just like our another great one that's coming that no one's probably gonna know about only is Castle Rock Fire Department. These guys have been commissioning us for the last 3-4 years, and this year is 9/11's 25th anniversary, and so we have an exclusive deal with them to release a 9/11 25th anniversary this year, and it'll strictly go to their department, help support their foundation where they help local families. And you know, a lot of people seek out their barrel picks, but you know, most of the time you can't get them. Right. So you know, shout out to those guys. I'm excited about the 9/11 memorial this year, and we're also talking with Maddie's right now to work with New Berlin and Milwaukee Fire Department
To do a memorial?
to do a 9/11 memorial here in Milwaukee.
Fantastic.
And just a beautiful thing.
It really is.
So those things come to life, and it's just super exciting, to see them behind the scenes.
It's one of the lost but never forgotten type moments.
Exactly.
That, if we could do more of those, and again, it's the unfortunate aspect of it, but it's also a memoriam to remember them. So I mean, it's again the unfortunate part, but again, it's the hopeful part of the memory. So it's.
I mean, bravery should be memorialized because it's something we all should have to give for others. And if we all did have that, can you imagine the country?
And then the nice thing about Maddie, I didn't realize he was doing this. Over there at Maddie's, if you buy one of his bottles, the Tokai bottle from Maddie's, he's giving back $5 from every bottle to the firefighters of New Berlin. So
that's fantastic.
He's making that cause for his bottle. So please go down there and support Maddie's and buy that bottle from them. So they're making that commitment to do that. So I don't know what he's going to do for the the 9/11 bottle, but I'm sure he'll make another commitment like that to give back, because that's kind of Matt will do something like that for a bottle and a commitment. So
and a great one that I go around the country, and when I remember this man, I met him in Texas, and I was speaking in front of a lot of active duty, military veterans, and active duty police officers, and we presented in front of them. And at that time, I had my 9/11 memorial bottles, our police and fire, and so he got done telling his story. He was there at 9/11, and he was actually working for the CIA. And the first plane hit the tower. He went up, and he said he was on like the 20th or 30th floor, and he was looking for somebody. There was somebody he was searching for, and he couldn't find him. And he goes, I just got just a message like maybe go check outside, And so he was getting ready to go down, and he ran across a unit of firefighters, and he goes, they were just beat to hell. And he goes, the last thing I remember the chief saying is, get up boys, we're not done yet, and we got to go up. And he goes, that's the last time I seen him. And then he goes, right when I made it outside, the tower fell. Oh my goodness. And we all went running for our lives. And I never forget that. And I gifted that man those bottles. He deserves them more than anything. But and there's so many more stories that come out of 9/11. But every day I pray for that man and his family and all the families we lost that day. Because you can only imagine what those firefighters they probably knew it's probably our last time.
That is sad. It's bringing tears to my eyes. That's such a poignant point you brought up. I really want to cheers to you, but my glass is empty. With that toast, that was like a toast. Like that's almost like a religious toast. Do we want to taste something that's actually part of the?
Well, we can do this one, or we can get into that set. What do you want to do? This one?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
All right.
So what is this one?
Oh, well, this one's pretty special. You want to explain this one?
Yeah. So we have 21-year Green Beret that's on our team. Can't speak of him because he's still active duty. He's getting into his retirement phase. What I love about him is he doesn't care to have any praise or be known. But I gave him full reign on getting. We were working on doing a hazmat cigar blend, the first of its kind, and this is how this was born.
Okay.
And he's a God-fearing man, and we didn't have this planned out or anything. When my team and we do cigar blends, we do them blind. We do them on a small scale. We pull from individual casks and come up with different percentages for a barrel pick. This one came And everybody just kept saying, I love it, I love it, I love it. You know, when you do it on a small scale, it's never going to marriage on, you know, a bigger tank scale as a 100 mil scale. So, you know, all blindly picked. Everyone just kept loving it. So we said, all right, let's put this together. Let's see what happens. So this is what he came up with. It was 20% of 11-year bourbon finished 11 months in Foursquare rum. 10% of an 11-year bourbon finished 3 months in Orange Curacao. 30% of 11-year single barrel straight bourbon. 15% of 11 to 20-year Tokai cigar blend. And 25% of 11-year single barrel wheated bourbon. And it clocks in at 141.2 proof.
Wow. That's like a mad scientist right there.
Yep.
Man, look at that. Look at that color.
And this is called He Is Risen.
It's called He Is Risen because we thought about it and we said it's so unique and different that what do we do? And everyone kept asking what for the Jesus series, why aren't you bringing it back? And it's very exclusive. It's not a mass-produced release, but Easter came around and, you know, we thought, you know what, this might be the perfect timing. We do a distillery only release. We only offered it, first of all, it was supposed to go online. Never got the chance to because it sold out before we ever released it. And so we gave, you know, our very exclusive barrel buyers access to it. They got sold out right away this week. You know, we literally went to present it and they were all gone before I could even talk about it.
Oh my goodness.
So the only place that I know that might have some that they probably already pre-sold, knowing them, is Grainworks and the Collective. And but they got such a small amount divided between the 5 of them that more than likely most of them are gone.
They're already gone.
Yeah. So this is our first hazmat cigar blend. We wouldn't allow people to select it because it would it deserves to be shared many places.
And it's a blend, and you want that blend to stay probably.
It was very small too. It wasn't a huge. You know, we do single barrel blends, so we really do it one tank, so it didn't yield very heavy. Okay. You know, we go about quality, not quantity. So this one was. You know, and then we work with 2 pastors from St. Louis, James and Nathan, who works on my Jesus series with me. And we come together with all the artwork and all the scriptures, you know, about this. So this was done for, you know, Easter 2026. And then the end of this year, we'll have Jesus Christ, King of Kings series number 2 come out.
Ooh.
And that is offered exclusively in that box only to barrel pick accounts. So only my barrel pick accounts that are at different levels with us get access to the King of Kings series.
I love it. Yeah, they've proven their interest and their commitment to it.
For sure.
Well, this is very appropriate that we use this bottle then to cheers. We're gonna cheers all the firefighters from 9/11, all the you know, cancer patients that, you know, need the fuck cancer, you know, fuck cancer, get rid of it. And all of the other, you know, services that have commissioned your company to represent, because every one of those commissioned services have sacrificed for us. So we cheers to all of those.
Yep.
Cheers, boys.
Cheers.
And
one more time.
There we go.
Because He is risen. Oh, you're not kidding, that's special.
That's why it sold out so quick.
Oh, yeah.
That is everything to do about cigar blend. It's got the orange peel. It's got the
You get that rum in there.
the rum in there, the Foursquare, for sure. That adds that molasses in there. Yeah, I'm a big fan.
The beautiful thing about this one, I tell people, I'm not too judgmental on noses. You know, we judge the mid and finish a lot more than we do noses.
Yeah.
But the crazy thing about this one, which is 10% of that bourbon in Orange Curacao came from, and the only reason I know that is because it wasn't there before we added it. And once we added that 10%, it changed this nose to be like, if you envision going to like a tobacco farm where it's like fresh leaf tobacco, not like,
Get that
you know,
sweet leaf, yep.
not like walking in a humidor, but that fresh sweet leaf and
Yep.
just,
Yep.
you know, like beautiful cigars. And you're like, you know, that's what I envision walking into something like that.
As my buddy Ron would say, the bourbon Neanderthal, get your fucking nose out of your glass and drink it.
I don't know, man. I love a beautiful smelling cigar, or well, cigar
Bourbon,
and a bourbon. You got me on the cigar blend right there. But I do love that George Washington is on the label, and it has the American 250 like newspaper. It's got the Statue of Liberty. You know, obviously the American flag looks like he's in like the White House, or at least probably even before the White House, because it's like American 250. It's like that's when they declared independence.
This is hand selected now by Antioch.
Antioch in
Antioch, Illinois.
Yeah, in Antioch,
Do
Illinois.
you happen to know if there's like a pre-sale on, or there will be a pre-sale or anything?
I don't know.
So they hand selected 3 barrels from us today. They have a double oak single barrel honey coming, and they also did a cigar blend, and we're doing a new extension to our Chief Cigar Blend, which is a tribe that was in Illinois.
Yep.
So we're going to do that for them, and then this is their bonus barrel.
Oh, is that
that
awesome?
they got, and with all the members they have, I don't really see it lasting to the public, but
Yeah, we'll see.
You can get your access. And
Yep.
I keep 2 to 4 cases of every barrel pick that I do.
Okay.
Um,
Just for like awards in case something
Sure.
comes up or things like that.
If someone does like a great interview, kind of like Bourbon Tasteoffs or something.
yeah.
You know, just want to put a link in on there.
More of those are gifts or fundraisers that we donate to.
Sure.
So certain foundations, you know, will donate a bottle and a tin to, or you know, certain things we're raising money for families. So those are usually who those go to.
Of course.
But everything that, when you see me traveling around the country, the barrels I pull directly from the cask before I land there, and whatever I have, usually they're gone in a week. So they have their selection to do right now, and if they don't do it, then they miss out.
That's what we keep telling people, like when we're there,
Yeah.
you better pick it now because we're gonna go to the next place, and if you didn't pick it, they're gonna pick it, and a lot of
And that's
places found out
what
today.
That's what
I
happened.
mean, I need something just to match my shirt, because this is American 250 and I got an American 250 shirt on right now. So it's like, you know, just to match my wardrobe, you know. Every bourbon drinker, buys bourbon based on their wardrobe. Don't they?
Well, I think that's how it works.
And there is a lot of terrible America 250s coming out right now.
Oh God,
So-
yeah.
And that's the problem, you know.
Talk to you, Evan Williams.
Yeah, sometimes it is just like, you know, oh look, the next marketing money grab type thing.
Well, and that's all it is. Yeah.
Yeah, but this doesn't taste like it.
No, this thing is.
This thing tastes like, I don't care what label's on it, I want it. Like,
Yeah.
This is America 250.
right?
Exactly. look at that color.
Right.
I mean, if
Yeah.
that color doesn't tell you get in my belly, I don't know what will. You know.
Yeah.
I mean,
That is a gorgeous color, gorgeous bottle. Thank you so much for stopping by and actually presenting your product and adding to our, you know, YouTube channel and our show. Really do appreciate it. We hope to have you back again. Thank you so much.
Yeah, well, I got something for you guys for each one of you.
Oh boy.
Not many people get these, and so I'm gonna add this to your guys' channel. So, nope, you give me your hand. This is how we do it.
Okay.
So-
Oh my goodness.
Yep. And so these are numbered. There's only
I won't-
100 of them.
That
So
Thanks, brother.
that is amazing.
on the front, it's our logo with a cross
Okay,
above
sure,
it.
yep.
That's my eagle feather to you guys. And then on the back is everybody that has commissioned me. And so there's only 100 of these coins ever produced. So we don't give them out to many people. A lot of people try to buy these, but all the coins and unvaluable things I have in my distillery, I never asked for. You know, they're not meant to be purchased. You know, it's a sign of respect. And, you know, there's a bigger meaning to challenge coins. And, I have a lot from Delta Force and generals and colonels and Green Berets and just so many American heroes that I don't feel deserving of all those coins, but this is my way of giving back to people and showing my respect to them.
That is awesome.
I am so appreciative, man. Mine's actually number 46, and both my parents were born in 46.
That is awesome.
That, like,
See,
if
God-
there's not a higher being, like, what? How do you explain it?
God
Like,
works in mysterious ways and never planned that.
Like, I would not be around without my parents, and I would not have this coin without you. So thank you so much, man.
Yep.
I really appreciate
Thank you,
it.
brother.
Yep.
This is
What
fantastic.
number you got?
45.
45. Nice. So many people reach out to try to get these, and it's
Yeah.
never about that.
No, not at all.
They go to very special people, and a lot of our barrel supporters, we get them too. So
This means so much to me. It really does.
Yeah, this is awesome.
It really does. I'm actually a veteran myself, and I've got a lot of veteran friends, and they've got challenge coins and stuff, and yeah.
I think my dad, my father-in-law are both
Yeah.
served, and
Yeah.
I got nephews now that are serving. So I mean,
They're protecting us.
Oh, yeah.
They're protecting the civilians, It's,
that's why we go above and beyond for them. It's bigger than the company, bigger than whiskey, and
Oh, yeah, for
sure.
a lot of them get forgotten too much.
Yeah.
Too many companies do it for the money. We don't do it for the money.
And I love that you maintain your focus with that. And
Yep.
It means so much. Again,
Yep.
Richard, thank you for
Thank you.
everything. Really
Yep.
appreciate
Thanks,
it.
brother.
Thank you, brother.
Make sure you like and subscribe and tune in next time when we have Bourbon Tasteoff.
Cheers.
Cheers. American 250, it's Abraham Lincoln. So
George Washington.
I said Abraham Lincoln, didn't I? That's not Abraham fucking Lincoln. George Washington got the. I know. Now that I'm thinking, I was going to say Abraham Lincoln again. No, but I do love the fact that Abraham Lincoln's on there. I did it again tonight. Oh my god!
At least Lincoln's not on there.
Some would say he was.